Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to NXT, and tonight we kick us off with one of our two number one contenders matches tonight. Tonight, it kicks us off with Sting versus Keith Lee, with the winner challenging for Rusev's United Kingdom Championship there at Halloween Havoc. And there is the icon Sting, ladies and gentlemen. A man that has certainly gone through quite a bit, and certainly was one of the fan favorites in that Elimination Chamber match. But he would ultimately lose to Kenny Omega when it came down to himself and Sting. Sting certainly could literally taste that he came out last in that matchup and was just so dang close. But Kenny Omega has just been on a whole different level, and I definitely can see Sting challenging for that NXT Championship very, very soon. But it seems like Bret Hart decided it was a good idea. Give Sting an opportunity in this matchup. He's giving Keith Lee an opportunity, and so is Sting. And if you guys remember last week on NXT, Rusev was trying to pick the opponent for his United Kingdom Championship. He was going to have Keith Lee go up against a hand-picked opponent of his, but Bret Hart found out all about it, obviously, and said, hey, we're not doing that. I'm going to pick your opponent, and it's going to be fair and square, and, well, certainly got to like what the NXT General Manager is doing, as there is Mr. Keith Lee, ladies and gentlemen, time to bask in his glory. Is this his opportunity? He wants Rusev, and he wants it right now, but he has to go through the icon Sting. Love that scruffy beard of Keith Lee. Certainly would love to win a championship right now, and if I do remember correctly, Keith Lee has not won a championship so far yet here in the series. He's been here for a good while, but it has not been his opportune time. He certainly has had his big matches. We've mentioned that before. Raw, SmackDown, it did not matter. He certainly had his big matches, and certainly here on NXT as well. But tonight, it is for the opportunity to challenge Rusev for that United Kingdom Championship. And certainly, I'm sure Rusev had handpicked somebody that probably wouldn't stand a chance against Rusev, honestly. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. Get Sting. Oh, going for a big kick by Keith Lee. Able to duck down. It's going to be one of those matches. Strength and power. And then you got Sting, the older superstar that, he can hang with these younger guys. And that's what you got to love about Sting. But, has he met his match tonight? Sting not going to go down without a fight, though. Certainly showed off what he brings to the table, ladies and gentlemen, and I cannot wait to see, when that next opportune time is going to be for Sting and to get a championship opportunity. Because like I said, that Elimination Chamber match at Heatwave, certainly he put on a show, and it came down to, like we mentioned, Kenny Omega and himself, and Kenny Omega eventually would walk out victorious. CM Punk is no longer here in NXT, and also Wade Barrett is also, he briefly was here in NXT, but never officially signed a contract, so he is officially now on Monday Night Raw, joining CM Punk. And if you missed Monday Night Raw, Shawn Michaels made the match official. We're going to see CM Punk versus Wade Barrett there at Backlash, which is just a week away. Oh my goodness. What a clothesline from Sting. This man is pulling out all the stops, and is he looking for the sharpshooter? Yes, he does. Sharpshooter applied to Keith Lee. Keith Lee, he could grab the bottom rope if he needed to. So dang close, but Keith Lee going to try to power out of it, and he does. I think for Sting, he's got to work on that lower back more if he plans on walking out with a win especially over Keith Lee. As Keith Lee, oh my God! Did you see that clothesline? Decapitating Sting. And oh no, it is not enough. That was one hell of a clothesline, ladies and gentlemen. Hit it a suplex and a clothesline. And now Keith Lee. Uh-oh. Going to go with that twirling powerbomb to the Icon. Is that enough? You're going to go for the hook a leg one more time. Is that enough? No, it is not. Holy crap. And Sting is digging down deep here. He is a type of superstar that is going to keep on fighting. It's a running power slam there. Sting is eating a lot of damage right now, ladies and gentlemen. And if he continues at this, Keith Lee is going to eventually walk out with the win. But Keith Lee misses that elbow. Can Sting capitalize? Keith Lee a little bit faster. Oh, Sting inadvertently running into the referee, but it helps Keith Lee for the moment. And the veteran Sting doing the good thing there, rolling out of the ring, but Keith Lee doing the right thing as well, not giving the Icon any time to recuperate. And look at Keith Lee, sit out powerbomb, damaging the middle of that back and lower back even more. I don't know how much more Sting can take, man. Certainly he's putting on a hell of a match, but it's one of those things where you got to look out for yourself, man. Sting plans on retiring WrestleMania weekend, but that might even be quicker if he happens to take more damage from the man known as Keith Lee. As a neck breaker there from Sting. Needs to capitalize, though. He needs to stay on Keith Lee. Cannot let the big man get up to his feet. Now he's up to his feet. Sting cannot run fast too much right now, especially with the damage he's taken, but he certainly can dish it out. Oh, Keith Lee, pivotal reversal there. But now Sting, great reversal as well. Sting now, Scorpion, death drop to Keith Lee. Is that it? Pinfall opportunity 2. No, Keith Lee. Keith Lee kicks out, and look at him, back up to his feet, but Sting again, going back to the well. Another Scorpion death drop. Is that it now? 2, 3, yes it is. Sting is going to Halloween Havoc, and Sting certainly has plenty of experience, especially down there in WCW when it came to Halloween Havoc. But look at this. One of the 2 Scorpion death drops, that was the second one, and that put Sting at WCW, little shades of WCW, because he is going to Halloween Havoc, where he challenges for the United Kingdom Championship live at Halloween Havoc, ladies and gentlemen. What a massive win for Sting. And wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen, the Redeemer, Rusev, the man that Sting will be facing in just over a month's time. Rusev is here, and certainly he's going to get himself a little face-to-face interaction here with his new contender. Rusev barely got through Madcap Moss, and I guarantee you it's going to be an even tougher test when it comes to Sting, ladies and gentlemen. This is bound to be a hard-hitting matchup for sure, but I'm very curious to really see how this is going to turn out between Rusev and Sting, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look, Rusev throwing down his championship, ready to brawl. And Sting, he's just chilling outside. I don't blame him. Uh-oh. This is going to break down very, very quickly. Referee trying to get in between both men, but Sting, Rusev coming your guys' way at Halloween Havoc. Oh, I cannot wait to see the build to this matchup. As, oh my, Rusev hitting him in the head and then connecting with another headshot. Now Rusev going to town here on Sting here. I was hoping that it wouldn't come to blows, but of course, Rusev wants to get the upper hand, wants to send a message. And look at Rusev, he's all fired up. This crowd absolutely speechless right now. Sting trying to get up to his feet. He just had a hard-hitting matchup with Keith Lee. And Rusev certainly going to make Sting pay here. Which you hate to see here. Oh no. Oh, this is like the reverse Alabama slam. And now Oh no, he's hitting the accolade here on Sting. Look at this. This is just absolutely horrendous. Trying to decapitate, trying to destroy that lower back, the back that was destroyed in the matchup. What does Sting have to do right here? He's just getting eaten alive by Rusev. Absolutely brutal. And I don't even know what to say, but Rusev certainly sends a message to Sting tonight. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Semi-finals matchup between Damon Kemp and Axiom. Oh, Axiom with a little bit of a slap to the face. Didn't want to take any disrespect from Damon Kemp. And here we go. Semi-finals. Referee rings the bell. Damon Kemp misses the clothesline. And this is all for an opportunity in the future for the NXT Championship opportunity. It's a big time opportunity for the 4 superstars that are left in this breakout tournament. You got Damon Kemp, you got Axiom, you got Tony D'Angelo, and Nathan Frazier. Nathan Frazier and Tony D'Angelo will be battling later on tonight, as this is our first out of total of 4 matches tonight that will be having big time opportunities in this breakout tournament for both the men and women. Let's look at Damon Kemp. I'm going to go for a gauntlet suplex, taking it to Axiom here. And I think this is what Damon Kemp needs to do. Keep on Axiom so he's not flying around this ring. Because once Axiom gets going, it certainly is going to be game over. We saw that with Axiom when he took on Joe Gacy recently on NXT. He was able to defeat Joe Gacy. So, you know, Axiom is certainly a intelligent superstar and certainly championship competitor that certainly can climb up the rankings and definitely surprise some people. You know, Damon Kemp certainly has that wrestling prowess, that wrestling background, and doesn't care about anyone. It's all about championships and money with him. Axiom cares about the crowd, exactly the opposite of Damon Kemp. Referee now at a 7. Both men need to start getting themselves back in the ring, and it looks like they will before a possible countout. It would suck to have a breakout tournament matchup end in a countout. As Axiom slowly dissecting Damon Kemp here. And a big time suplex there. Now this is where that wrestling prowess of Damon Kemp is going to come into play. Just kind of wear out Axiom. That's all you got to do. Just hit more of those power maneuvers. Kind of keep them in your control. And I think Damon Kemp will have this in the bag, but he's got to keep on doing these maneuvers and make sure he's able to connect with this. He's absolutely fired up, but you know, you got to stay on Axiom. Give him the slightest opportunity, and this matchup is going to go in the other favor. It's that running power slam. There is a rope break. A little bit of inexperience there from Damon Kemp, but you'll definitely learn in this breakout tournament for sure. It's a big clubbing blow to the middle of that back now. Kemp. High risk, high reward. Oh, going for that flying shoulder tackle. Misses out. And now this is time for Axiom to capitalize. Axiom just going to let Damon Kemp kind of get himself back up. As, oh, look at this. Oh, beautiful maneuver there. Uh-oh, Damon Kemp now. Oh my goodness. What a powerful maneuver there from Damon Kemp. And that may be all she wrote. 2. No, Axiom keeps himself in the matchup. But for how much longer? Oh, that big elbow. Certainly going to help out Kemp more and more here. The question is for Damon Kemp, you know, how much more can he dish out in this exact moment? It's a perfect opportunity here. Slowly dissecting him, and I with the winner of this matchup, I'd be very curious to kind of see, because we could have a battle of 2 powerhouses, 2 battles of kind of lucha libre styles, high risk, high reward superstars, as Axiom, big time neck breaker there. Is that going to be enough? 2, no. Damon Kemp keeps himself in the matchup. But for how much longer? Axiom all fired up here. Ooh, big kick to the back of the neck there. Uh-oh. High risk. High reward. Ooh, big elbow to the middle of the back. I love this type of action. Back and forth we go. And now this is the type of matchup where continues right now. It's just one of those things where who can dig down deep for this opportunity to get to the finals, with an opportunity to get themselves a NXT Championship in the near future. Oh, Damon Kemp though not backing down though, keeping himself in this matchup as long as he can. Certainly wearing down Axiom is certainly the best strategy at this moment. Damon Kemp continues to get fired up right now, but he's given Axiom way too much time to get himself back in this matchup. And it certainly looks like he might pay for it. That swinging DDT. Beautiful maneuver there from Axiom. Axiom all fired up here. Like we mentioned, the other matchup, Nathan Frazier and Tony D'Angelo later on tonight. We'll see how that's going to fare. Axiom going for a forearm punch. Big strike of Damon Kemp, but now look at Axiom. What a knee. These guys are putting on a wrestling clinic right now. Like I said, it's all for that opportunity to get to the finals in this breakout tournament. And the submission hold was not enough, and obviously the rope break saves the day. Now this is where Axiom needs to decide, hey, what else do I need to do to pull out of my repertoire? Damon Kemp continues to kick out and survives these maneuvers, especially the rope break. This is where Axiom says, hey, let's work on something else to make sure I can do this in the center ring. A beautiful drop kick, though. That could be enough, possibly. Yes, it is. Axiom with another impressive win. First it was Joe Gacy, and now it is Damon Kemp. And Axiom has solidified himself as a huge threat in this breakout tournament, and now he'll be facing off with either Tony D'Angelo or Nathan Frazier in the finals of that tournament. That's like a double drop kick there right to the temple. Both men put on a clinic, but it was too much for Damon Kemp, and Axiom has qualified and got himself into the finals of the breakout tournament for the men's side. Congratulations to Axiom as we continue with some more NXT action. I was planning on calling out Kenny Omega this week, but didn't even have to do it. Bret the Hitman Hart decided to do it all for me. But now I gotta face off with a man that's been in NXT longer than anyone, that being Adam Cole, a man who has literally dominated NXT, but he's a flash in the pan. He isn't the same anymore. I don't think Adam Cole realizes how damn good I am in the middle of this ring. He cannot touch me. And yeah, I've never won a championship here in NXT, but once I beat Adam Cole, I sure as hell will beat Kenny Omega. I've beat him once, and I'll certainly do it twice. Certainly to get myself an opportunity at that NXT Championship. Adam Cole's trying to stay relevant as much as he can. He even recruited Adam Page. Am I supposed to be scared? This whole new undisputed era that Adam Cole thinks this is going to be great for him and great for NXT. I'm going to prove to everyone that Adam Cole still sucks, and Adam Page, well, certainly he sure as hell shouldn't even be here. I'm going to leave you with this. Tonight, at the end of NXT, there will be only one man walking out and that will be me, MJF, and I will be heading to NXT TakeOver Halloween Havoc, and I will become the new NXT Champion. We are back, and now we got Ivy Nile in action, as she will be taking on Tiffany Stratton. Certainly is going to be a hard-hitting matchup for sure, and especially what Ivy Nile brings to the table. I cannot wait to really see what she can kind of continue to build on here in her young NXT career. Certainly a very underrated talent. Ivy Nile knocking off Blair Davenport a couple weeks ago to get to the semifinals, and tonight she's going to have to knock off another person that certainly would be you could certainly say a hands-on favorite. Ivy Nile doesn't have to be a tall, stronger woman. She certainly knows how to deal with her opponents. Blair Davenport certainly a massive favorite here on NXT in the terms of what she brings to the table and what she's done before coming here to NXT. As there's everyone's favorite princess there, Tiffany Stratton, Daddy's favorite little girl right there. Tiffany Stratton certainly looking to get herself that NXT Women's Championship opportunity, because with the winner of this matchup, you'll win the first ever NXT Women's Breakout Tournament, but also with that shot, you will get your opportunity at NXT TakeOver Halloween Havoc. It's a big opportunity for the rest of these women that are in this tournament. So you got Tiffany Stratton taking on Ivy Nile, and then later on tonight you got Wendy Choo versus Zoey Stark. So definitely a lot of superstars that are young and getting opportunities, and especially Axum on the guys side. That is absolutely a superstar that not necessarily everyone would believe would be making it to the finals. Here we go. Referee rings the bell. Ivy Nile versus Tiffany Stratton. Can Tiffany continue to be very impressive here in NXT and continue her undefeated streak here in NXT, or will Ivy Nile knock her off and make her way to the finals? Certainly, just like the men's side, certainly a lot of opportunity for these men and women to really showcase what they bring, and really time for what this tournament is all about, breaking out. Get yourself more matches under your belt. Also, kind of get the crowd behind you possibly, or just really see what the crowd can deal with in the terms of, hey, we're starting to see the superstar more. Hey, I like this, or maybe I'm starting to not like them as much. Tiffany Stratton certainly very mouthy competitor, and certainly has her eyes on that NXT Women's Championship. We know Cora Jade, the newest NXT Women's Champion, winning it at NXT TakeOver Heatwave. At Heatwave, it was supposed to be a triple threat match, but Sonya Deville would tag Doudrop after they lost their tag team matchup. And, well, Doudrop was beaten down so bad that she was taken backstage. The NXT Women's Championship was started, and it basically came down to Cora Jade and Roxanne, and Cora Jade once again becoming your NXT Women's Champion. As off the ropes we go here. Oh, look at Ivy Nile catching Tiffany Stratton and connects with a fall-away slam. Absolutely impressive. Opportunity pinfall, but a strong kick out from Tiffany. Tiffany not going to back down here. Certainly with this big opportunity for all four of this women left in the tournament. It's all about getting that opportunity to take themselves to Halloween Havoc and try and knock off Cora Jade. Collar elbow tie up Tiffany now, bouncing her off the ropes. Beautiful power slam there, almost like shades of Randy Orton and Goldust as well with that power slam. Now Tiffany going to continue to go there. Oh, look at this. Oh my God, almost like a disarmer from Tiffany. Beautiful maneuver from Tiffany. Can she make Ivy Nile tap out, but Ivy Nile able to slip out of it. Not too much damage done to that arm to really focus on it, as now Tiffany Stratton trying to show that power, that strength, maybe eventually kind of set up that moonsault by Ivy Nile, picking the right opportune time, and she's able to get out of it. And this is a perfect opportunity for Ivy Nile. You know, she was able to get out of a possible disastrous position that she was in, and now she's staying on Tiffany Stratton. And she's telling this crowd and kind of blowing them a kiss. I'm sure a lot of the crowd would love it, but obviously Tiffany doesn't really care. What we love to see is a huge Hurricane Rana takes down Tiffany Stratton. And we do got some announcements, ladies and gentlemen, for NXT TakeOver Halloween Havoc. Our first couple matches have been announced, I'm being told. So coming up at Halloween Havoc, ladies and gentlemen, it will be Sonya Deville taking on Piper Niven in a grudge match. See how Piper Niven deals with Sonya Deville. It's going to be a hard-hitting matchup. Just Piper Niven looking to get her revenge after basically being taken out of that NXT Women's Championship matchup, as well as that NXT TakeOver Halloween Havoc. It is going to be a gauntlet matchup. You heard that correctly, a gauntlet matchup. Wardlow is going to be running the gauntlet against the Blackpool Combat Club. That is correct. Wardlow is going to have to go through Cesaro, Jon Moxley, and Bryan Danielson after the brutal and heinous assault from Wardlow last week here on NXT. And we'll have to wait and see really how that's going to fare, honestly, for Wardlow. Was it worth it? He said he should be the one that's in this breakout tournament. He believes that Bret the Hitman Hart didn't put him in this tournament because he was afraid that Wardlow would dominate the breakout tournament. And, I mean, I believe it. Wardlow would definitely run roughshod in this breakout tournament, as Ivy Nile once again kicking out. And he believes by taking down Cesaro, you know, that's certainly the first step to kind of take them away, the Blackpool Combat Club, that have been keeping Wardlow down and not giving Wardlow the opportunity that he believes that he has earned. He believes that, you know, Bryan Danielson, Jon Moxley have gotten their opportunities. And then certainly Cesaro, he was in that World Championship matchup at Heatwave. That wasn't Wardlow. Wardlow could have been in that, but you know, Wardlow obviously wasn't in there. Wardlow believes that he could have been the champion. As what a beautiful maneuver then from Tiffany Stratton. And is that it? Yes, it is. Almost like a swanton bomb type of maneuver from that apron. Hopefully we'll be able to see this again, but this is where Ivy Nile was continuing to fight back here. But look at this little bit of a springboard swanton bomb there. Beautiful maneuver out of nowhere, and Tiffany Stratton has locked herself in the finals of this NXT Women's Tournament. Big win for Tiffany Stratton, but who will join her? Will it be Wendy Choo, or will it be Zoey Stark? That certainly is some good women's action we just saw. Ivy Nile putting on a great matchup. Just was not her night tonight, and Tiffany Stratton makes her way to the finals. So now we're going to see, will it be Wendy Choo or will it be Zoey Stark making it to the finals? And next week here, live on NXT, we will see the finals matchup for the men's and women's side. It's either going to be Wendy Choo or Zoey Stark. Wendy Choo certainly, definitely underrated. And then you got certainly Zoey Stark that, you know, she certainly has looked quite well, especially in the tag team division with her tag team partner. And if you guys remember a couple weeks ago, actually Zoey Stark defeating Nikita Lyons to continue her, you know, to advance to the semifinals. So we'll see how Zoey Stark fares tonight against the very underrated Wendy Choo that certainly a lot of superstars kind of underestimate, honestly. Because you see a woman like that has the pajamas on and everything, that typical wrestling attire, you're like, what in the hell am I looking at? But she certainly can out-wrestle anyone if she needs to. But here comes the ever-impressive Zoey Stark. And maybe this is a pivotal time for Zoey Stark to kind of focus in the singles division and kind of branch out from being a tag team partner with Nikita Lyons. Zoey Stark definitely has one of the most brutal finishers in the game. We saw it last time out when she defeated Nikita Lyons with her finisher. We'll see if Zoey Stark can hit her finisher once again and get herself to the finals to face Tiffany Stratton. Referee rings the bell. Here we go, another hard-hitting contest coming your way. Let's see if Zoey Stark can put away Wendy Choo here. And I think for Zoey Stark, you got to be very careful. You cannot underestimate Wendy Choo. That's kind of like what we were talking about moments ago is, you know, a lot of superstars underestimate her. And, you know, nothing wrong with what Wendy Choo is. She's definitely standing out in her own way, you know, wearing pajamas, or I guess you could call it a onesie, but not your obviously typical wrestling attire. But, you know, she certainly can handle herself with that attire. And like I mentioned, you cannot underestimate her. And we'll see if Zoey Stark underestimates her tonight. And I think it's one of those things where you have to go into that matchup saying, hey, I gotta look towards her. I can't look past her. You know, to get to that finals matchup, I have to treat her like any other superstar. It's Wendy Choo and Zoey Stark go back and forth here at ringside. Look at Wendy Choo just picking apart. And oh my goodness, not the hair. Wendy Choo, oh my goodness, the hair. Absolutely brutal. Hopefully she didn't rip out any of her hair with that maneuver, but certainly you got to do what you got to do when it comes to making it to the finals, and especially would love to get a championship opportunity. And for the women, that's certainly with a win will get themselves a match against Cora Jade at Halloween Havoc. For the men's side, it is for a future championship opportunity. As we start continuing to work on them legs, and this is good by Zoey Stark right now. Get the match back into her own favor right now. Dissect Wendy Choo. Get it to where it's uncomfortable for a lot of us to watch it. I don't condone that, but I'm just saying change it up to where, you know, a lot of people don't really believe Wendy Choo could possibly defeat Zoey Stark. Wendy Choo's doing great, by the way, against Zoey Stark at this very moment. And I bet Tiffany Stratton certainly watching this matchup backstage. I don't know if she's, you know, kind of starting to get around and get changed into her, you know, her business attire kind of before she came to NXT today, but certainly has to be watching this matchup, I would believe. If not, then definitely rewatch the matchup, but certainly we'll see where this matchup goes. It's going for the moonsault. When you saw that coming, and certainly both of these women have been watching tape on each other, so certainly be a lot of back and forth between both women here. And look at Wendy Choo. She's trying to keep herself in it, drags herself to the rope, but she eats a brutal clothesline. Oh, but no, she stays on the apron, and surprisingly, she doesn't get taken to the outside. It's a lot of times when superstars get onto that apron right there, they are in trouble. And talking about trouble, Wendy Choo has Zoey Stark in trouble. Uh-oh, Zoey Stark, big time reversal on her head, bouncing off that top turnbuckle. And I think she even hit every turnbuckle on the way down. As now Zoey Stark with the running drop kick to the temple. Is this enough? Is Zoey Stark going to the finals? No, at least not yet. Zoey Stark has Wendy Choo right where she wants her. She's going to talk some major trash right now. And if you're Wendy Choo, this is where you got to dig down deep and say, hey, I gotta figure out something to get back in this matchup. But it certainly doesn't look that way. She eats a knee strike right to the temple. That's what defeated Nikita Lyons the first time. And Wendy Choo, she grabs the bottom rope. But the referee didn't see it. It certainly looks like we are going to have ourselves some controversy. The question is, though, will this matchup be restarted, or will Bret the Hitman Hart deal with this how it is? As of right now, Zoey Stark versus Nikita Lyon, or Zoey Stark versus Tiffany Stratton in your finals next week here live on NXT. Thanks for letting me in your office, Bret. I had a couple things I wanted to address here on NXT. I want to thank you for giving me that opportunity against Sting. That was literally one of the best matches with Sting I've ever had, and I just want to thank you again with that. But there is something else I want to talk to you about. I have been here for 4-5 years with Raw, SmackDown, and now NXT multiple times, but I think I just haven't been finding my true calling. What exactly Keith Lee has been put on these WWE rosters for. I haven't been able to figure myself out, but I got a call just a little bit ago from some good friends that I know that actually I believe that they definitely need me. I was wondering if you would allow me to pursue this. Now, they are on a different roster, SmackDown preferably, and I figured I would come to you and kind of see where your head's at. I know you have a lot of stuff going on with running NXT, but I think SmackDown is calling my name, especially with a couple of my friends there on SmackDown, and I figured I'd ask, is it okay if you move me to SmackDown? Man, Keith, you are putting me in a hard spot. I love having you here in NXT, but if you really feel like you need to find yourself, and this is the opportunity that you believe that is the opportunity to exactly do that, I'm not going to hold you back. So, as much as I don't want to, Keith, I'll move you to SmackDown. Well, that certainly was a interesting development, ladies and gentlemen. Keith Lee going to the office of Bret the Hitman Hart and saying, hey, I'm trying to find myself here for the longest time on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, and had a couple friends call him from presumably SmackDown now, and, well, he seems like Keith Lee wants to go to SmackDown, and Bret the Hitman Hart has reluctantly accepted that, so it looks like Keith Lee will be heading to SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen. A loss to SmackDown for sure, but I think this SmackDown roster, or I should say this NXT roster, certainly is very top-heavy, certainly. So with certain superstars leaving, certainly, yes, it is definitely a blow, but it is something that the NXT roster is going to have to deal with, and I'm sure you'll have plenty of superstars dealing with it. But now we are going to our last men's matchup to figure out who exactly is going to the finals. Ladies and gentlemen, as you got Nathan Frazier right now. We had Axiom and Damon Kemp earlier. Axiom is in the finals. So now you either got Tony D'Angelo or this man right here, Nathan Frazier. Imagine a Nathan Frazier and Axiom finals, ladies and gentlemen. How much of a barn burner that would be. You probably literally would be exhausted literally watching those guys run back and forth. They could literally put on a clinic, probably flipping, diving, all the extreme maneuvers you could think of, and they would probably not drop an inch of sweat. But big opportunity nonetheless, though, for Nathan Frazier and Tony D'Angelo. Tony D'Angelo is talking about, hey, I want to change NXT and kind of put it into where these younger guys are getting this opportunity. Well, this is the perfect opportunity for the Don to do that. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. It's the Don of NXT against the high-flying Nathan Frazier. Both men having a handful of matches here in NXT, and we'll see which one will break out in this tournament. Tony D'Angelo and Axiom could definitely be a very underrated finals for sure. I see so much potential with a Nathan Frazier and Axiom matchup, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, a lot of you guys probably see that with just the high-flying abilities from both men that definitely would love to see that. But you got Tony D'Angelo, a man that, hey, he's a powerhouse. He's going to slow you down, dissect you, and I think that is something definitely that we could be forward to. But obviously Tony D'Angelo cannot look past Nathan Frazier at all. There's a big elbow right to the temple there of Nathan Frazier. Now this is where Tony D'Angelo gets very, very dangerous. He calls himself the Don for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. Taking out his opponent any way possible. And I think for the Don, he's certainly got to love the recent changes, especially with CM Punk no longer on NXT. You're starting to see a lot of these other superstars kind of, either leave or, they're kind of go their own ways type of thing. So, it's one of those things, ladies and gentlemen, that you can kind of see that Tony D'Angelo's prophecy is starting to go out in his favor. At least exactly what he wanted anyway. And now the Don just going to take some time out of his day just to, as Nathan Frazier was trying to go after Tony D'Angelo, but the referee's like, no, you're not. You're going to stay in this ring, and you're going to allow Tony D'Angelo to get the time he needs. It's a pivotal Hurricane Rana there from Nathan Frazier, but now D'Angelo going to change up the speed of this matchup as both men running into each other. And now this is one of those fast strikes we're talking about right now, where, Nathan Frazier a lot faster than Tony D'Angelo, and you'll see that with the strikes, and it certainly is going to be a big factor. Oh my goodness. Folding him up like an accordion. Nathan Frazier now springboard moonsault into a brutal elbow to the chest. Is that going to be enough for Frazier? No. Tony D'Angelo keeps himself in the matchup temporarily, but for how much longer though? That was a brutal maneuver that we saw from Nathan Frazier, and we'll see if he can keep it up here. Oh, big time reversal from the Don. And now big clothesline. That is what the Don needs right now. You gotta love these tournament matches that these men and women are putting it all on the line. They know how pivotal these moments are to break out, to get that opportunity that they want, to be showcased more, to get opportunities, and even get those championship opportunities down the line. And these matches right now, yes, they've only had a handful of matches, but this will certainly help them out down the road, certainly. But if you win this NXT breakout tournament, especially for the men's side, you'll get your future NXT Championship matchup. And certainly these four superstars on the men's side that were left today were hoping to walk out with that opportunity. Obviously, Axum walking out earlier with a finals victor, or heading to the finals. Is Tony D'Angelo going to meet Axiom there? No. Nathan Frazier with a strong 2.5 kick out. And now the Don going to pick him up, swinging neck breaker into the pinfall. The Don is going to the finals, isn't he? Yes, he is. Tony D'Angelo takes down Nathan Frazier. And with that matchup, we're going to get a little preview of what's to come in the finals next week. You got Tiffany Stratton and Zoey Stark, and now you got Tony D'Angelo versus Axiom in the breakout tournament for the men and women's side. Congratulations to Tony D'Angelo with a massive win tonight. The Don gets it done. Massive win for the Don. And now, ladies and gentlemen, is your co-main event of the evening. We have Mustafa Ali taking on Joe Gacy of Chisholm. So you got Joe Gacy, then you got Ava Rain accompanying Joe Gacy down to the ring. I'm being told that his other two followers, formerly known as the Grizzled Young Veterans that joined up with Chisholm, they are no longer here in NXT, and it seems like they will no longer be with us for the foreseeable future. So Joe Gacy is going to have to deal with losing 2 of his followers, but he does have Ava Raine, and certainly she will come into handy, hopefully for Joe Gacy's sake. But for Joe Gacy, look how creepy that is. He pulls out one mask and he has a second one. That is just the eeriness of what Joe Gacy brings to the table. Got one mask, why not bring that second mask? But this matchup is not certainly all about Joe Gacy. This matchup is coming to this man that's coming down in the ring right now, Mustafa Ali. He laid out the challenge at Heatwave when he said, hey, I'm here, I'm signed to NXT, and I'm coming for that NXT North American Championship and make that championship something proud that people can actually look up to. Mustafa Ali believes he is the man that can change that North American Championship picture and make it to where people can actually believe something to believe in. But he's going to have to win tonight and next week on NXT to get that opportunity at NXT Halloween Havoc, which is just over a little bit over a month, which is just officially 5 weeks away at NXT TakeOver Halloween Havoc, which that will be the same weekend as the Raw exclusive pay-per-view of Halloween Havoc. So we'll see if Ali can chase the light tonight and see that light at the end of the tunnel as he challenges Joe Gacy tonight. Certainly Christian knows what he is doing, picking Joe Gacy for a reason. A big, strong, powerful superstar. Referee ringing the bell. Here we go. Put up or shut up time for Mustafa Ali. He won last week against Baron Corbin, who made his NXT return. Or I guess more than likely, I guess you could really call it a NXT debut for Baron Corbin, and Ali made it look easy. But this is a whole different ball game. Baron Corbin and Joe Gacy, 2 different superstars. So many differences. Joe Gacy relies on the mind games. Baron Corbin more that strength, that power. And I'm not saying he can't play mind games, but definitely different strengths, different weaknesses for both men. Ali currently with the momentum, but Joe Gacy looking to turn it around. And I think with Ava Raine being in the corner, oh my goodness, what a brutal maneuver there from Joe Gacy. But like I'm trying to mention, Ava Raine, certainly she's going to become a massive, not just a massive superstar on NXT, but certainly going to be a game changer for Chisholm, certainly with the group losing 2 of their followers permanently, it sounds like. So we'll see how Joe Gacy and Ava Raine fare here on NXT as Gacy dissecting Ali. And did you see him catch him into a neck break, or I should say a back breaker, just moments ago? And Joe Gacy certainly has a very devastating moveset possibly. Oh my goodness! Off the top rope, turns it into a DDT. And this man is just a whole different animal. And Joe Gacy, if he would have brought this against Axiom, certainly Joe Gacy could have walked out with a win, and he could still be a part of that tournament. But Gacy just had an off night. But Gacy is certainly taking out that frustration of losing his followers, as well as losing that first round tournament matchup. He's taking it all out on Mustafa Ali. As Joe Gacy back inside, and certainly I'm sure he wouldn't mind a count out victory here. Oh, but look at Joe Gacy saving a possible count out victory just so that he can inflict some more pain to Mustafa Ali. Oh, Ali, look at that springboard DDT, turning Gacy inside out. And I'm going to talk some trash, but I think Ali has to be so careful when you're facing off with a man like Joe Gacy. And look at that strong kick out from Ali, realizing he's in trouble right now. It's pure adrenaline from Mustafa Ali right now. Of course, Joe Gacy, he knows he has this momentum. He's dominated this matchup. Ali needs to figure out something right now to get himself back in this match. It's a swinging neck breaker there from Mustafa Ali. Oh, Mustafa Ali, look at this. Beautiful DDT. Turning Joe Gacy inside out. And this is what that Mustafa Ali we want to see right now. Bring in the onslaught, and look at Gacy rolling out of the ring like he wants to. And now big clothesline. Here comes Mustafa Ali. This is not what Joe Gacy wants right now. A fired up Mustafa Ali who's taking it to him at this exact moment. Ali struggled, and now beautiful face buster takes down Joe Gacy. Is that enough? 2. No, strong kick out from Gacy. And now, what does Mustafa Ali have to do? Is he thinking high risk, high reward? Is this his opportune time? Ali, frog splash. No, Gacy moves at the last second, and he makes him pay with a big boot. Gacy now gonna look to make Ali pay. Gacy now, no, right there in the tailbone. And now, oh no, the submission hold. Not like this. Will Ali have to tap out? He has eaten so much damage in this matchup. He might have to tap out. Will he though? Come on, Ali, you can do it. Get out of it. Can Mustafa Ali do it? Oh, look at these big punches. Big time punches for Ali. It keeps him in this matchup momentarily. How much more can Ali take at this exact moment? Swinging neckbreaker connects. This is Ali's moment. He has to do something with it. I don't know how much more he can take. That swinging, almost like a Russian leg sweep of sorts, but sweeping that leg. Gonna do it one more time, maybe? No. Gonna turn it into a brutal DDT. And now Ali, gonna go high risk. He missed the frog splash earlier, and now the old 5-4. Middle of that ring. Beautiful. 2, 3. Ali is officially going to next week's final matchup, where Ali has to go through one more competitor to get himself a championship matchup at Halloween Havoc. What a match, ladies and gentlemen. Mustafa Ali digging down deep when he needed to, and he pulls out a massive win tonight. Holy cow. And it looks like, ladies and gentlemen, now the NXT North American Champion Christian is in the building, and he certainly is probably not too happy with what's going on, and certainly he's going to have a lot of stuff on his mind. Let's see what Christian has to say here to Mustafa Ali. Who will be the third opponent that Mustafa Ali will have to face off with next week? Because if Mustafa Ali wins next week, he will get that NXT North American Championship opportunity at Halloween Havoc. You keep defying the odds, kid, and I like that. You're stepping up to the plate, and you're hitting a home run every single at bat. But now, you need to hit a home run. Bases loaded, bottom of the ninth. It's a 3-2 count. And can you hit a home run? The next superstar that you have to beat is a man that has done it all. A man that has accomplished a lot of stuff. Raw, SmackDown, it does not matter. But this next superstar is one of the most dominant superstars we've ever seen. And that man, that man's right behind you. Good luck beating him. And oh look, that's Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe from behind. Christian is certainly right, ladies and gentlemen. This man has accomplished everything you can think of in WWE, on Raw, SmackDown. Universal Champion, WWE Champion, Intercontinental Champion, Mr. Money in the Bank. Samoa Joe has done it all. Very close to becoming a Grand Slam champion. This man, one of the most vicious superstars you can think of. And this man is teaching Mustafa Ali a lesson. But I don't think Mustafa Ali would stand a chance against Samoa Joe. I think we're about to find out why, ladies and gentlemen. This man, the Samoan submission machine, is out here and he's looking to lay waste to Mustafa Ali. Oh my goodness! Look at that blood. That blood dripping down the face of Mustafa Ali, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. And now, oh no, Samoa Joe with the brain buster, the muscle buster there from Samoa Joe. Lays out his competition. Next week, Joe versus Ali. If Ali wins, somehow, some way, he gets a match against Christian at Halloween Havoc. Ladies and gentlemen, it is main event time, and it is time to figure out who Kenny Omega's challenger for Halloween Havoc is gonna be. And there is Adam Cole and Adam Page. Adam Page, we haven't really seen too much of him in action, but Adam Cole, we have certainly seen him all over the place, and certainly winner of the Royal Rumble last year, and would go on to defeat Johnny Gargano at the time at WrestleMania to become WWE Champion. But Adam Cole certainly wouldn't have a long WWE Championship reign because he would get cashed in by Apollo Crews. So certainly right now Adam Cole would love to get himself a NXT Championship match live there at Halloween Havoc. Adam Cole certainly has done it all in NXT's history, from NXT Champion to NXT United Kingdom Champion. This man has done it all, especially winning the WWE Championship there on the main roster, going on to the Royal Rumble, winning the WWE Championship. I mean, what better stuff can you ask for from a career by winning massive championships? Certainly Adam Cole would love to do that, and there's two different styles, ladies and gentlemen. You got Adam Cole, who's done it all, so many reigns, and then you got MJF, that has had an impressive career, no doubt about it, here in NXT, one of the best win-loss records, but he has not won the championship just yet. But will it be MJF's time? Imagine him knocking off a man like Adam Cole that has a lot of accolades. And then you could have a man like defeating Adam Cole and then going on to beat a man like Kenny Omega, who's done it all in the independents and finally got his moment by walking out NXT champion. But certainly, once you win the championship, ladies and gentlemen, you've reached the top of the mountain. But to stay on the mountain, you got to beat those superstars that are scratching and clawing to get to the top. That's what a lot of these superstars are doing right now, and we'll see if Kenny Omega will certainly be able to stay on top. And we are still supposed to see Kenny Omega here tonight, and from the looks of it, it's going to be more than likely after this matchup. So certainly Kenny Omega is going to want to watch this matchup in the back with close intentions, watching it in the back, watching it on the TV, just really seeing what his future will hold as his challenger. So here we go, Adam Cole versus MJF, a big time matchup here in your main event, and a big key factor is definitely at ringside, Adam Page. Adam Page deciding to accept that offer from Adam Cole since Kenny Omega didn't want to take it. And certainly, we haven't, like I mentioned, we haven't seen too many matches from Adam Page. I mean, he was a part of a Fatal 4-Way matchup. It didn't go too well for him, but certainly I think Adam Page will certainly could have a bright future, certainly, here on the NXT brand. Especially with departures and anything else like that here in NXT. As MJF working on those arms right there and trying to keep on Adam Cole, but look at Adam Cole, those big-time forearm strikes to the face. Look, Adam Cole telling MJF to stay on the ground. This is his opportunity. But certainly MJF wants to make sure this is his opportunity. And he even addressed it that You know, Adam Cole's trying to stay relevant, especially trying to bring back this new version of the Undisputed Era with now Adam Cole, or I should say Adam Cole recruiting Adam Page. We'll see with Adam Cole adding the Cowboy, Adam Page, how that's going to be for this new Undisputed Era. Obviously, the Undisputed Era with Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, certainly one of the most dominant factions we've seen here in the series, ladies and gentlemen. Former NXT Tag Team Champions, and Roderick Strong, former NXT Champion as well. So, certainly, when you think about in this series what the Undisputed Era has done and did, man, oh my goodness, it's one of those things that is just absolutely amazing what they were able to accomplish, and what Adam Cole was able to accomplish after that is, look at that, almost like a crossroads maneuver there from MJF out of nowhere, but Adam Cole with a strong kick out. I believe what MJF likes to call it is the double cross maneuver there, and MJF all fired up right now. He literally has Adam Cole right where he wants him right now. He has the crowd in the palm of his hand, but certainly he only cares about getting that opportunity at that NXT Championship. MJF has mentioned it on multiple occasions that he has beaten Kenny Omega once already, and certainly is looking to get that opportunity at Halloween Havoc. But first off, he has to go through Adam Page as, MJF. Oh my goodness, spiking Adam Cole on the mat. Adam Cole's busted open already, and that is all she wrote. MJF with one of the most massive wins in his NXT career. He has busted open Adam Cole, hits the double crossing, and then look at that, spiking him on his temple. And that was all she wrote, man. Holy cow, what a win for MJF. And that locks it in for Halloween Havoc, ladies and gentlemen. MJF versus Kenny Omega for the NXT Championship. This is going to be massive for NXT. It looks like MJF is waiting for his champion to make his way down to the ring. The NXT champion, he is here, ladies and gentlemen, the first time since winning the NXT championship. Kenny Omega is here, and here to celebrate, and certainly wouldn't mind addressing the NXT universe. Will he be able to, though? But certainly MJF knocking off Adam Cole, one of the biggest wins in MJF's career. One hell of a match between him and Adam Cole. It was a fast matchup for sure, but MJF coming out here, sending a message to Adam Cole. But Kenny Omega in the NXT Championship looks so good around his waist, and Omega looking to usher in a new era. A different era than what CM Punk brought to the table, and we'll see what the Cleaners will be bringing to the table. We'll see what Kenny Omega brings, especially at Halloween Havoc, as MJF versus Kenny Omega is now on the table. I cannot wait to see what this brings, as Omega looking straight at MJF here. Oh, certainly this is going to get very, very interesting very, very quickly. Let's see what Omega has in store here for MJF. Well, congratulations, Max. Hell of a win, especially over Adam Cole, one of the most decorated superstars in this series' history, especially former WWE champion. I could list off his accolades for days and days, but now I got to address my situation. But before I address that situation, I do want to apologize to the WWE Universe. I've been dealing with some injuries since that Elimination Chamber matchup. I know it's been 3 long weeks since you guys seen me, but I am back, and I'm better than ever, and I'm ready to defend this NXT Championship at Halloween Havoc against MJF. Now to talk about the situation regarding this NXT Championship. Now, at first, it was supposed to be myself versus CM Punk out at Halloween Havoc, but CM Punk didn't want to wait. So he lost his match, his rematch, with Wade Barrett coming out here interfering. I saw that. That's not how I wanted the match to end, but that's how it was. So CM Punk is no longer here on NXT. Max, you're no CM Punk, but certainly I'm really looking forward to our match at Halloween Havoc. You are certainly one of the youngest superstars on this roster, and certainly we are very lucky to have you a part of this future here on NXT, but I don't believe it is your time just yet here, Max. This is a new era, the new era, the Kenny Omega era, the era that we no longer have to deal with CM Punk era. So MJF, you better bring the best of the best at Halloween Havoc. You're going to have to bring your very, very best, because I know you have previous experience in NXT Championship matches. You challenged CM Punk for the NXT Championship, but you fell up a bit short in that matchup. And MJF, I hate to break it to you, but it's going to happen again at Halloween Havoc. Once again, you're going to fall short, and I'm going to retain this NXT Championship. Well, look who finally decided to show up. It's Kenny Omega. The man that walked out NXT champion but decided to take a little vacation, calling it injuries. I doubt that, Kenny. You've won so many matches since joining to NXT. You've been carrying it, and you even picked up multiple wins over CM Punk over this last month. So I think a little pain was perfectly fine for you. But Kenny, I'm glad you're finally back here so we can speak face to face, man to man, so I can straight up tell you that I am going to be the better man in just 1 month's time when I take that NXT championship away from you. And you know what? You're right. I did lose to CM Punk, but I'm not losing this time. You better hold on to that NXT championship very, very tight, because I can tell you in just over a month's time, I'm taking that championship away from you, and maybe I can put you on the injury list permanently, so you can do the same thing that CM Punk did and leave and go to a different brand. Massive words from both men, but coming up in just a month's time, massive, massive main event, MJF versus Kenny Omega. Can Kenny Omega walk out still the NXT champion, or will MJF somehow, some way, take down Kenny Omega and walk out the new NXT champion? So it looks like MJF gonna take the high road for now, but I guarantee you that this is certainly gonna go on with a bunch of stuff as MJF flipping off Kenny Omega. But this is all the time we have for you guys tonight. MJF versus Kenny Omega live at Halloween Havoc in over a month. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next episode.